Hi, this is Sarah with AskTheYogaExpert.com, and we're going to move into some hip openers. So grab a blanket, come onto your back. The way that we're going to set this up, we're going to bend the left leg, plant the left heel, and now reach down with your left hand and brush the back of your left heel with your left fingertips. So you want that heel pretty close to your bum. Pick up the right leg, cross the right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Now lift everything up. Reach through the hole. There's a diamond-shaped hole here. Reach through it with both hands and interlace your fingers. So a lot of people have extremely tight hips. So this is where the prop's going to come in. If you've got a blanket, go ahead and place this blanket underneath your head, supporting your neck. Just allow your head to relax, your neck to relax. Begin to gently tug your left thigh in towards your chest. So if you have a lot of room in your hips, if you're pretty flexible, you can begin to rock yourself from the left and the right. Make sure that both feet are flexed. So with each exhale, you should feel a little bit more room being created in the hips. If you want to take this even further, you can take the inside of the arm, cup it around the bottom of the right foot, take the right inside of the right arm, cup it around the outside of the right leg, interlace your hands. So it's almost like your leg's a little baby. You can rock it out to the left and right. You can extend this left leg out and either hover it above the earth or drop it down. So this is just different variations. Coming back to regular half pigeon on our back. One more tight squeeze in. And then we're just going to switch legs, dropping the right foot down, checking it with the right fingertips, crossing the left ankle over the top of the right knee, flexing both feet as you lift your legs up, grabbing hold of your hands around your shin. So when you first get into this pose, it's pretty tight. And as you release and let go, your hip will begin to open over time. So with each exhale, we have an opportunity to go a little bit deeper into our practice. Beginning to rock the legs out to the left and the right. And if you want to take it a little further, wrapping your arms around your leg, interlacing your fingers, and then reaching that right leg down. And once again, dropping your head back onto that blanket. So this is getting your outer hip. Coming back to regular half pigeon. Taking a squeeze in. And then releasing both legs. So pressing yourself up onto your sits bones. I'm going to move into frog. So with frog, it's an uncomfortable position for a lot of people. It's a pretty vulnerable position. So I want you to get 2 blankets. And place these blankets parallel to each other. This is really good if you have any tenderness in your knees, which most people do. So make sure your blankets are even on each side. So we're going to begin by separating our knees out. So the setup for this is really important. Separate the knees as wide as you can. And usually there's a reaction immediately in the body to the hips being open this way. So that's fine. Just separating your knees to your degree, making sure there's no discomfort. So look back, see your heels. Make sure your heel is in line with your knee. It's very important that your heel is in line with your knee and that your toes are flexed. Now look at your knee. Make sure your knee lines up with your hip. So feel your heel, line it up with the knee, and then usually you have to slide your hips a little forward so that your knee lines up with your hip. And then look over onto the left side and do it on that side as well. Everything lines up. So I'm bringing this block here in front of me for my head. So some people might use it and some people might not need it. And then you just begin to, and you can already feel this, and this might be where you stay. You know, this is perfectly fine if you want to just stay here. If you want to go a little further, go ahead and drop your forearms down. And make sure that if you're in this position, that your head is dropped. And if you can take it even further, so if you're in this position, your head comes to the block. And if you can go a little further, you can crawl your arms out in front of you like in child's pose and just surrender. So we're going to stay here for about 15 breaths. So if you aren't feeling anything, your hips are either in front of your knees or behind your knees. That's why the alignment is just so crucial in this pose to getting the full benefits of it. So take about 8 more breaths. Making sure that your feet are flexed. So allowing this pose to heal you and not be a place of discomfort. And to come out of it, we're going to slowly move our body forwards, extending your legs. So your legs are wide. Tuck your toes. Plant your hands. We're just going to lift our tailbone up to a wide leg downward facing dog. So this just eases our body out of that very open position. Go ahead and plant your hands down. We're going to end with Vajrasana. So fold one of your blankets. Take your blanket on the underneath your bum. Go ahead and sit down onto this blanket. And if your knees feeling discomfort here, you can also take a blanket under your knees. Taking the palms of your hands onto the tops of your thighs, rolling your shoulders up and back. Gently closing the eyes. Taking one more breath in. Bringing your prayer to Anjali Mudra right at your heart center. And thank you for your practice. Namaste. So the quote for the day from Rumi is, "Don't grieve. If you lose something you love, it comes back in a different form." And I invite you to meditate on those words. Namaste.